In today's video, I am going to be breaking down a very young player named Kaneal Brown. He plays for my U12 team. He's an 11-year-old, and he's a very good point guard. Let's get down, let's check him out to see how he plays the game so that you, if you're around his age, can play just like him or better, and some of the tips that I have that Kaneal does that you can incorporate into your game. Really quickly, if you want to be able to shoot the basketball better, make sure to go check out the shooting workout that is down in the description below. Okay, so first off, in this first clip, Kaneal is a very good shooter. Everyone knows that, and he usually gets guarded really tightly out on the perimeter. In this first clip, he's able to fake that shot, gets that defender's hands up into the air so that he's able to pass it into Jason, who is in the high post. This is one of our plays that we run, and he's able to get, because he faked that pass up, he's able to get that pass down low. Always want to fake your passes if you're trying to get them into that high post. At this time, he cuts to the rim. That's part of our play. However, Jason did have the lane to the basket, and instead of cutting to the basket and continuing his cut like a lot of younger players will do, he's able to read that Jason is attacking the rim, and he starts to actually pop out towards the corner. Now, Jason did score this basket. However, if he couldn't, he would have had Kaneal as an option out closer towards the perimeter. So great off-ball movement by Kaneal, but also nice scoring as well by Jason, and the assist would go to Kaneal. And as you can see, we did make that shot. Now, one of the plays that we do like to run is just a quick screen up top for Kaneal to shoot the three. Now, we generally run this play roughly about maybe 4 to about 8 times per game. It has different orientations depending on if the other team is running a man-to-man defense or a zone, and they are running a 2-3 zone at this time. So we set that screen to the far man, as this man is not playing defense on Kaneal or in position to be able to do so. And we set that screen. Kaneal's able to get that open three-point shot, and we made the shot. Kaneal made that shot. So great job. In this game, he was 4 for 7 from the three-point line. Now, there are times where he could shoot that three. He's got that wide open three, and a lot of teams, because they're so young, they'll run a 2-3 zone in the key. They generally just don't want players to be in the key offensively, so they try to force teams to shoot threes. Kaneal could have taken that three. We were up 23 to something, 23 to 6 maybe, 23 to 5, something like that. Either way, he could have taken that three, but look at the wide open man Sebastian on the wing. Instead of him taking the three-point shot at the point, he passed to an even more wide open man on the wing, and we were able to hit that three as well, which eventually it dropped in. Now, we do run somewhat of a half-court trap, and we try to force guys sideline. That's our whole main goal, so that we can, of course, trap the sideline. And what we are able to do here with Kaneal, he's on the far side of Sebastian, is he's able to keep that player from going towards the middle of the key. This forces this player to either go sideline or forces the pass out to the man who's in the corner. Now, Jason should have been playing either a bit higher and Desiree should have been playing a bit lower, but it doesn't matter because this pass did go out towards the corner, and because of Kaneal's defense forcing that sideline and not allowing the middle, it allowed Ethan to get this steal so that they can go back the other way. Now, while they were going back the other way, look at what Kaneal is doing. He doesn't just sit back on the defensive side and allow Ethan to go all the way down court for the layup. He gets himself open because now Ethan is going essentially one-on-one. In this case now, because of Kaneal, it is a 2-on-2 situation or 2-on-1 situation. Kaneal continues to run down. They're 3-on-2 at this point. Ethan has 2 different options. He can pass to Sebastian, he can pass to Kaneal, or he can drive right to the rim. However, he decides to pass to Kaneal, who is then able to hit that layup. So fantastic job to this whole team. Now this time he does come down and he does take that 3-point shot because nobody was guarding him. You have to take those threes. There's a reason why you want to take the threes at an early point in the possession. The reason being is because, of course, when you're about to take that shot, so when you are coming down court, and you're about to set up the offense. If there's nobody guarding you, that means that they're generally sitting in the paint, and they're going to be cutting off a lot of backdoor cuts. They're going to be cutting off a lot of different options so that you are forced to shoot the three. If you have a team or yourself who can shoot threes extremely well, you need to shoot early in the shot clock. There's no shot clock at this age in Ontario, but you have to shoot early in the possession because that will eventually pull that team out of their zone, which then allows you to be able to do different backdoor cuts, different plays, so that you can get easy layups. And then early on in this possession, we get essentially a paint touch. Now, Kaneal doesn't get it right into the paint, but it's pretty close, and he collapses multiple defenders. Anytime you attack the rim and you draw multiple defenders, don't take it as a challenge to say, I want to score. Take it as, well, if I got multiple defenders, there has to be somebody open. That's exactly what happens. Kaneal was able to find a Desiree, who was pretty well wide open at the point, who then attacks the basket one more time, and then he's able to score with that floater. So great job to both, in this case, Kaneal as well as a Desiree. Now here we have Ethan who gets the rebound. Kaneal starts to get shuffle out more into a outlet position, and then he's able to now attack down court. Watch his head up almost the entire time going down court, trying to find different options. At this time, he's still got his head up. He notices that he's got a man open down court. There's a pretty quick guy who is trailing him, however. So what does Kaneal do? He continues to get to that rim so that he can collapse all of those players onto him so that a Desiree is wide open, so that a Desiree is able to hit that shot, and Kaneal is able to get that assist. Kaneal knows how to draw defenders to get teammates open. This is something that only elite players generally know how to do. Now going back to defense, what we can see here is we are running our trap defense, and Kaneal is pressuring up top, not allowing middle, trying to force the player towards one of the sidelines. Now Sebastian comes up so that they can try to force to that player's weak side, and then when that happens, because that player is only paying attention to that side of the court, Ethan comes up on his weak side, on his back side, and he's able to steal that ball, and Ethan's able to go all the way down to the other end and gets that layup. This layup wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for Kaneal really being quick enough and tight enough. Look at the distance he's keeping from that man. As soon as that man starts going towards middle, Kaneal gets right up, pressures him, and that makes that player make a decision, which was the wrong decision, and that allowed Ethan to get that steal. And then here's that play once again, just a screen up top, pull the three, and he's able to hit it. Again, you need to know how to be able to shoot threes at pretty much any level of basketball if you're playing at the rep or AAU level. Kaneal is able to know that this man goes over top, which means he has to cut in. Usually this would mean a drive, but there are some defenders that are there waiting for him, so he decides to pull for the shot anyways. So that was a good decision, especially the fact that he made it. Now, getting close to the end of the game, we're winning 72-31. We have Sebastian who gets that steal, pushes it quickly to Kaneal, and before we even set up the offense, Kaneal pulls for a three. At this point, why not just try to take even more threes, in my opinion, because of course you've already won. There's no chance of anything happening, and of course up here in Canada we go by a point differential, which means that with a points differential it comes down to if you can score more points you get to a higher level division. So that's why, at least here in Canada, we have to try and push the score so high and so fast and so quick so that we can be put into higher divisions to play against tougher and tougher teams. Anyways, this is a great tape to really dissect because if you're a younger player, these are some of the things that you can do and read on the court so that you as well can score 19 plus points per game like Kaneal does. Anyways, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.